Can you pre-sell the pre-sell is the question that we're going to be answering today on this video. And I'm laughing because it sounds so funny, but it's a legitimate question. It's something I'm going to cover. And if you guys are like, what are you talking about? I'm going to explain it right now. There's two different ways to go about this incredible business model. There is the wheelchair grandpa, I am allergic to money way, which is pick a niche, build a website, buy the domain, spend my own money with the content, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever your SEO process takes you. Now it's ranking. Woohoo! We got one lead came in. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to start with a pay-per lead model and then maybe I'll sell it. And it's just such a long, arduous process. And guys, if you're doing that, what are you doing? Then there's the process that I use, the process that allowed me to scale, the process that we talk about on this channel, in my group, in my program, which is Rent, Then Rank, where we pick a city, pick a niche. Okay, this looks good. We're going to build a list. Okay, there's business owners that are actually interested. Okay, build a one pager, run some ads. Boom, we got leads coming in. We take those leads and now we use those leads. We haven't spent any money on building a website. Yes, we spent a couple bucks on the ads, but now we take those leads. We go and we close down a deal with a business owner. We keep in mind, guys, we haven't spent 6 months ranking a website. We've only spent a couple bucks on ads. We use that money to build out our property. We're making money the entire time. That is what we call the pre-sell. You're selling the deal before you go and you drill a hole in the dirt if you're building a house, right? That's the pre-sell. So the question is, what if, and I've had this thought and I've done this, and I know lots of people have this thought once they get in, is they start getting in and they go, hey, this is great. It's genius. We're speeding this up. But Nick, what if we just go and instead of putting up the one pager, instead of running ads, but what if before that we found some, let's say 5 areas that were good, 5 niches that were good, and we got our list together and we called and we got 2 or 3 interested business owners before we even put up a one pager, before we even ran ads, and we could save ourselves even more time and more money. And it's a great thought, and it's something that I've been able to be successful at, and I've done this. So first and foremost, yes, this is possible. When I've done this, what we've done is we've made sure that the area looks good. We've made sure that it's a good niche. We've made sure there's business owners that actually are hungry. And the way that we know they're hungry is because they're paying for advertising. And then we start calling and we call and we let them know, hey, we don't say, hey, we don't have a lead, but we say, hey, we are going to be getting leads. We're going to be getting jobs in your area very, very soon. If I could send you a couple at no charge, would you be interested in having a conversation? And we've been able to hook people. We've been able to get people interested. And once we get 2, 3 yeses, that gives us the confidence to go, okay, now we build the one pager. Now we run the ads. We already have people that are interested in the leads. We don't have to worry about that. And we have done this. Now, here's what I would tell you, because there are some caveats. So first and foremost, the person that asked this question, phenomenal question. Yes, you can do it. However, I've also mentioned on one of my other videos when I've answered the question, should I cold call with no leads in my hand? And I've said no. And I stand by that. And so I want to just clear this up, because I've said in another video, I said, should you spend your time cold calling business owners when you don't have a lead to give them? And I still stand by this. I don't think you should. So, okay, Nick, well, why would you say that this works? Well, because I've tested and I've done it. Now, here's how you can actually do it. I don't believe it's the best use of your time to go and cold call people without a lead, because it's so effective. It's so powerful to get off the phone with somebody. Hey, I'm going to get you a couple leads. Let's talk in a couple days. And then boom, you send them a hot lead and they go, holy cow, this guy's not messing around. This gal's not messing around. That's very, very powerful. And on the other hand, once you get some interested people, but it takes a couple days or a couple weeks, and it loses that sizzle. However, when I have setters that I'm paying, and if you've gotten to the point where you've hired setters, people that are calling for you, they are getting paid to call lists and get business owners that are interested. I think that once they get through the list of the areas where we have leads, that yes, absolutely, I'm going to have them calling lists where we don't have leads. And I'm going to use their time. I'm going to use my money to buy their time to have them go and do it, because I think that's a great use of time. And so I got to make sure to clarify, guys, I don't think that's a great use of your time as the business owner, your time as the person that's building this empire, because you've got so many other things to do, and you should be spending your time on the most hot deals, the things that are going to move the needle. But if you're already paying a setter anyway, as soon as they burn through 2, 3 lists of these areas that you have leads in, great, get them 5 more areas that look good on paper and have them go call and get somebody hooked before you even put up a one pager, before you even run ads, and save yourself some time. And guys, this didn't happen in 2020. we did this in 2021. So 2020 was our first big year, first 7-figure year. 2021, we made some shifts. We got a setter. And that's what I did. And I said, well, she's kind of, this is a gal that's working for us. She's kind of just sitting there, not doing anything. And I'm paying her it's not a huge salary, but why don't we have her, once she's called through all these lists, if she's just waiting for leads to come in to pass them over, why don't we tell her that she needs to make 50 or whatever number of calls every single day to these lists? Now, no, we don't have a lead yet, but they can tell the business owners that their leads are coming, and let's see what happens. And we had success. We had great success as we closed some of those deals. Again, it doesn't have the same punch because it's not that sizzle of called you today, got you a lead today. However, it does help you save a lot of time because we've all been in those cities. And if you haven't done this yet, it will happen is you're going to find a city, you're going to find a niche, you're going to do your homework. It looks amazing. Everything looks good. You put up the one pager, you put up the landing page, and you get the lead and you start calling around and you're like, oh shit, there's no business owners that are hungry. These guys are all fat and happy. They don't care. They got work for 3-6 months, whatever. Now, I would still argue that's much better to spend $100, get a couple leads, find that out in 2 days or 5 days than to spend 6-9 months and then find that out. But sometimes it's nice to even have it go one step further and to have somebody calling ahead of even building the one pager, ahead of even setting up the ads and finding out up front, hey, that area, for whatever reason, nobody's interested, or at least no one that we've talked to. We're getting a really weird vibe. It sounds like they're kind of turned off to this online marketing thing. They're really old school. Whatever it is, sometimes you just get those cities where that's just how people are, and to save some time. So guys, to answer this question, can you pre-sell a pre-sell? Yes, you can. My advice, my opinion is unless you have a setter, if you have a setter, use them, start doing it. Have them start going into some of these other cities and just calling ahead and saying, hey, if I could get you a couple leads, would you be interested in taking them for free? Okay, would you be interested in talking? Would you be willing to talk to my guy? Yes. Okay, cool. That's great if you have a setter. If you do not have a setter, I still stand by what I've said earlier and a few months back. If you don't have a lead, I would wait. And then when you have that lead, it's so much more powerful. It's going to sound so much more real. This is my answer from your boy, the king of digital real estate. I'm out.